I'm Allegra Houston, and thank you for joining me for the Imaginative Storm Writing Prompt of the Week. I'm still on the road, traveling, staying with different friends each weekend in the UK in rather unforgiving lighting conditions for the day, a little more Halloweeny than I would like, but there it is. So every Saturday, my creative collaborator, James Nave, and I host a Zoom for anyone anywhere in the world who would like to Zoom in. And in fact, one person Zoomed in from Tokyo, where it was 1 a.m. when the call started. And we write together for 10 minutes, but we take almost an hour to do that because we share a prompt first and create a community list of words, which is a kind of collective imagination. And then we write from that, and then we read what we wrote to a small group of people, maybe 5 or 6 people in a breakout room. So this is what we do for you also on these videos. So the first thing that I will do is share the image that we shared on our Zoom this morning. And it will be on the screen for 2 minutes. And during those 2 minutes, what we would like for you to do is write a list of words, just a list, not joined up writing, single words or very short phrases, whatever pops into your mind as you look at this image. The words don't have to have anything to do with the image at all or anything to do with one another. Just whatever pops into your mind, make a list of words as you look at this image. Once everyone has made their own list, we go around the Zoom room and collect one word or phrase from each person. And that is what makes the community list, or as I called it, the collective imagination. And this is something that we can all draw on or swim in, as you like, when we're writing. So as I read the words aloud, you might like to write them down. Something does happen, I think, when the words go in your ear and out your hand. But don't worry if you don't get them all. I will put the list up on the screen again during the 10-minute writing time. So here is today's list. Collapsing, homecoming queens, going the wrong way, open space. I love vintage, vintage anything. Fracas ensues. Used to be an ocean. See the USA in your Chevrolet. Eclectic exodus. Destination. Not a spectator sport. Generations of mobility. Chasing the big boys. Long, long ago before autonomous cars. Sand in your suit. I'll tow you to. all ages invited. Baby blue roadster, beyond the water, alone and together, noise and sand. Her eyes, it was her eyes. The aliens have landed. Yellow splotch in the sky. Determined, cloud cover, cloud atlas. Not my idea of fun. Carousel of clouds, travel adventure. So there you go. You can use as many or as few of these words as you write for 10 minutes as you like. You don't have to use any of them if you don't want to. Maybe you'll simply start off from some memory of the image or from a word on your own list. And if you feel your inspiration lagging, you can look at the two lists and pull something else, and that will zap your imagination forward again. Or perhaps you'll just head off in some direction and never look at the list at all. Absolutely fine. So you can write fast or slow, long or short. The only point of this is simply to stretch your imaginative intelligence, give it a chance to play, and surprise yourself. So your 10 minutes will start now. Something exists in the world now that didn't exist 10 minutes ago. And you may think, well, that's, kind of pretty trivial. It's just some little thing I dashed off in 10 minutes. But as you do this as a practice, you'll discover that these little things have enormous power. And one of the ways in which you increase their power is by reading what you wrote aloud. Because as you do that, first of all, you appreciate surprises in your writing more than when you read silently on the page. You push yourself unconsciously and enjoyably towards what you like about your writing, because your body will respond to it as you read it aloud. And the next time you sit down to write, your body will push you towards the things that it enjoyed when you read aloud. And you will also find that more things will be there for your notice. You'll become more aware. Your attention kind of changes its quality somehow as you do this practice. And your imaginative intelligence strengthens, as any mental activity strengthens when you use it. Those neuronal connections get stronger. So you'll find that as you do this practice, your writing will become just naturally that much more original, that much more emotionally connected and powerful, and that much more satisfying to you. So put me on pause now and read what you wrote aloud. I hope you did that. Even if there was nobody else in the room, you were in the room, and you are your most important audience when you read your work aloud. It's nice to have listeners. And if you join our Zoom one of these Saturdays, you will find that your listeners will be very appreciative, and they will reflect back to you like this Zoom applause with what they liked, what they find powerful in your writing. So please do join us any Saturday at noon Eastern Time. It's free. And as we said, everyone is welcome. Another thing that's free is the Imaginative Storm Circle platform, which is where you can post what you wrote and share it with the rest of our group. Again, you will only find appreciation, because it's quite ridiculous to criticize something that was written in 10 minutes. It's one of the nice things about 10 minutes is that, again, it's about what's strong and interesting and satisfying about your writing rather than what you don't like or what someone might criticize. So please do post your work on the circle, and here is how you get there. Go to imaginativestorm.com, scroll over to the community page, click there, and you will see Imaginative Storm on Circle. Click there, and it will take you down to that bit of the page where it explains the circle. You can click here in the picture, and you end up at the circle. It won't look quite like this because I'm logged in and it wants me to do things. It will ask you to make a username and a password. It's also free. And once you've done that, go over here to this navigation on the left. You can explore the rest of it at some point if you like, but prompt of the week is where we're going. And in prompt of the week, you will see with the date every single prompt that we have offered for over 4.5 years. So it's quite an archive. And let's just click on one and show you how this works. So we'll click on this mural. So here you will find the first thing, the credit, then a link to our YouTube. We create a YouTube video for each prompt where we do the timing for you. And then you'll find the Saturday words and the Thursday words, and then you will see what people have posted. And well, this was a week where nobody really replied very much, but you can like what people wrote and you can reply to what they wrote. And if you want, you can upload an audio or a video. See here, Kathleen has commented on Celia's. And you can, here Nave's also uploaded an audio. And then at the very bottom, you will see this, what are your thoughts? And that is where you type in what you wrote and you're done. While you're at imaginativestorm.com, you might like to check out the other offerings that we have, books for writers, including our flagship book, Write What You Don't Know. And we also have an audio and a video course of Write What You Don't Know, as well as a live 10-week, 11-session course of that, facilitated by James Nave, my creative collaborator. And the next one of those live courses begins on January 20th, 2026. So please do check all of those things out, and our in-person workshops as well. As I make this video, our next in-person workshop will be at the end of April in Taos, New Mexico. Thank you for joining me today. Hope to see you. Goodbye.